Good evening. Good evening. Well, I spent about how long did I spend? A total of 2 hours. Spent about 2 hours in total working on. Hello. Working on this dealio. I This is called Tinkercad. It's a nice web-based program where you can do 3D modeling. For context, the red boards, all the ones that are red are the ones that I already have. The blue boards are boards that I do not currently have, and I need them in order to complete the porch that's going to be right there. Everything that you see, it's floating on nothing. That is the framing of the porch that is going to be retained. I am not replacing the structure. I will be spending the next few moments discovering how exactly one makes a stringer. Particularly for corner stairs. So I've seen different methods, and what I'm going to see if it exists is going to see if a stringer calculator exists. From the ground to the top of this board, it is 26 inches, so not a long way. 6.5 inch drop per step, and 11 inch tread, because they will be 2x6s. So there you go. There's the deal. So this here is the bench, pretty obviously a bench, and this is a belly up bar. At least that's what some people call it. And everywhere where you see a collision, an overlapping of wood, that overlapping of wood will represent a place where wood is going to be cut. I'm going to do a feather pattern, and a back and forth pattern, boom, 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 boom. So a feathering. A feathering will be taking place, is what I'm saying. So hopefully it works out, and hopefully it looks nice and stuff. But there you go. Now, in regards to the title. Those that know, and the others don't want to. And this seems to be a recurring problem. You see, you keep on seeing all of the proof for a thing, and then you're like, man, the people that I wish also understood these things to be true, I wish they understood these things to be true, but they don't. In fact, they believe the opposite, though the evidence proof contradicts their belief. This circumstance happens to be a regular problem. So that's what the title's about. I'm just gonna build some stringers, and think about these things. Now, if anybody wants to chit chat on that topic, we can do that. You can type. You can type in the chat. You can join the Discord. I'm just going to be building stringers and pondering. Maybe I won't ponder. Maybe I'll just work in silence. But it's Thursday, and I'm here. And yeah. What are you talking about? What kind of things are you talking about that you have proof of that people are ignoring? Well, I mean, there's videos and there's memes. There's journals, medical journals. There's CDC. There's all sorts of resources. Good evening. There's all sorts of resources to provide more than enough evidence, proof that something has changed in the past 18 months. Something's changed. Now, interestingly enough, you'll notice patterns of behavior where someone or something is accused that you later discover had nothing to do with the thing they're being accused for. Now, maybe it's not always a person. Sometimes a thing gets accused that later you discover couldn't have possibly been the cause of the problem that they were accused of. Now, by the time you make that recognition, sometimes it's too late. But when you're right in the middle of it, when you're right in the middle of knowing the thing is happening, it's annoying. It's a painful realization. And I'm just thinking about all the people out there that don't want to. They don't want to know. They believe what they believe. There's evidence that contradicts their belief. But what are you talking about? You know, I did some allusion. I said CDC and medical journals and stuff. But you want to know who the scapegoat is? You want to know who the scapegoat is? This is what's really peculiar. You've got here, because I like to be cryptic. I like to be a little cryptic. Let's say, so I'll pretend it's something else. I'll pretend it's something else. Let's say you've got an issue of drowning. So I look over at my cup of water here, and that's what comes to mind. People are drinking themselves with water to death. They're drowning on water. More people are choking and drowning on water than ever before. It's never happened in this number ever. It's not people with like that are 98 years old with weird issues with their throat. They're not like breaking down. It's not otherwise explainable. It's a new thing that's trending and awkward. Drowning on cups of water. This is the euphemistic analogy I will use. Okay. So imagine if you were reading an article that said climate change, that global warming and climate change were responsible for all these people drowning on their water, you know, drinking too much and drowning themselves because they just can't get enough water. Okay. Climate change. Not just that, not just climate change. Let's say they take it a step further. They don't go with just climate change. They say, oh no. It's not just climate change. It's the sun itself. The sun. The sun is doing it. Solar flares are shooting rays of magnetic disruption. The sun. The sun did it. The sun is the cause of all of our problems. There. Yeah. What if that's what they said? A bunch of people start dying, drowning on their glasses of water, drinking it right from the gallon, glug, 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 right? Drowning themselves. And they blame the sun. Now, again, in case you missed it, I'm not saying that people are dying of water. This is a metaphor. It's a euphemistic metaphor. All of a sudden, a bunch of people are dying of a thing. The metaphor we're going with is drowning on water. And the scapegoat is the sun and climate. The sun and climate, which go hand in hand. Actually, yeah. I'm not saying that. That's what they wrote in 20. They wrote it in 2000. I think they wrote it before then too. NASA explained that anthropogenic climate change was not the leading reason. They wrote that it was the sun's fault. They wrote that it was the sun's fault. And of course, there's some articles more recently making the statement that it's not the sun's fault. But whatever the case, scapegoats abound. You almost can't run out of scapegoats. Okay. So there's a reason why I chose, it wasn't that random. There's a reason why I chose drowning. I know it's fuzzy. There's a reason I chose drowning on water to represent the other thing that all of a sudden, for the last 18 months, oh, how about that? It really does do, oh my gosh, it does do the thing. It really does the thing that I didn't know it did. Huh. I'll have to share that on the Discord. When you put water, actually, you might be able to see it. Yeah. See how my face is backwards in the glass? See how I'm facing here? Which direction? See how I'm facing the other direction in the water? May I go this way? There we go. See how I'm facing the other direction in the water, but then I go this way through the glass, and you see how it's not facing? You see that? You see what's going on there? I'm glad I could show you that, because I just saw it for myself, and I was like, I watched a GIF on Discord, and I was just like, I've got to check this out, because that looks fake. No, it's legit. I just forgot about it. I probably learned about that in 8th grade. Probably learned about that in 8th grade. Can you stop fuzzing out? Stop fuzzing. Don't fuzz. Why are you so fuzzy? Fuzzy wuzzy. Whatever. You see what's going on here. Glass does not, yeah, anyway, you get it. Let's go back to the metaphor. Scapegoats. People drowning. But then you actually start reading the articles, you look into it, what is the actual, I think the right word's etiology. But what's the cause? What's the cause? What's actually going on here? And you learn that there are all sorts of things that cause somebody to crave water in a psychosis, like a state of psychosis. You're just insane for water. You read this article, you read another article, you see statistics, and you're like, oh, there's a group of things right here, and these things lead to extreme overconsumption of water, drowning, and can be a result, right? And you've got all these family members and friends that they're like, no, I mean, the sun is a big problem, guys. So the sun is causing our problems and climate change, and we got to do what we can to fix this problem, right? Let's shoot nukes at the sun. Let's spray stuff in the sky. Let's wear special costumes to protect us from the climate change. Or like just do whatever. Live in a bubble, you know. Let's go shoot ourselves into outer space and go live in outer space. Let's do whatever we can to fix the problem because gosh, the sun. It's like got to get away from it. It's a big problem, big problem, big problem. Anthropogenic climate change in the Earth. We've got to get away from the Earth because we've ruined it. And, it's almost too late. It's almost too late, right? And you've got these friends and family members that believe it. You mentioned something to them about, hey, there happens to be some conditions that lead to psychotic overconsumption of water, which results in death. And like not drinking like this. Satiated. Yay. Not that. We're talking about like, something that's out of the norm. Out of the norm. You look at the statistics, you look at the norms, and then you compare and you go, this is out of the norm. Things like this don't normally happen. You got, 19-year-olds, you got 14-year-olds, you got 22-year-olds, you've got 30-year-olds, you got 35-year-olds, you got 17-year-olds, you got 22-year-olds having issues where the water they overconsumed, but not water because it's a metaphoric, euphemistic metaphor, euphemistic analogy, that's what I was saying, euphemistic analogy. And they're not doing it to themselves, it's just a euphemistic analogy. So it's not a perfect analogy. I'm not saying that people are causing their own death per se. Not exactly. They otherwise wouldn't. See, a better analogy would be drinking water normally and then dying. That would actually be a more normal, because people are just doing what they normally do, and then they're dying, and it's being blamed on these other things, like I was discussing, like let's blame it on the sun, let's Milli Vanilli it and blame it on the rain. That's important to do, and yeah, so that's what's going on. You got these family members; they're completely believing it. It's what they believe is the fact, the truth, and you have the evidence, the proof, with just a modest amount of research. Nothing really Sherlocky. No savant level activity whatsoever. I'm not getting anything done with my stringers because I'm too. I'll get there. I'll get to the stringers. But I just wanted to address this topic so that everybody understood at the beginning of the video and not at the end of the video. At the end of the video, you can like leave halfway through or whatever. But the issue is you've got these things that are happening to people that otherwise ought not be happening. Okay? And there's a group of people, those that don't want to, part of the title of this video, those that don't want to, that group of people, they don't even want to know why, because they already believe they know why, because that's what they were told. And they trust and believe the what they were told. And here's where this is relevant to me and some of you. Those that know, we already know. And when we hear about it, we're like, yeah, I already knew that. No surprise. I already knew that. I already knew that, yep, I knew that was the reason. I knew that was the cause. I get it. So then there's these two groups of people, those that know, those that don't want to. And the issue is, you can't, in my experience, you can't really force somebody to want to. You can't force them to want to. And here's what's really sad, being one that knows. Oh, it's what you think. You think you know. I'm talking about, like, you know, knowing. I'm not talking about speculating. I'm talking about knowing certain things. Actually knowing through certain things. What do? You throw your hands up in the air, you just share what you can as you can. It's a frustrating and sad state of affairs, because what's the solution? I don't think that you can force people to know. And
Maybe it's like Matthew 10, where he says, if they don't receive your word, then shake off the dust from your feet and move on.
that exists for a reason. It exists for a reason. It's hard to consider that in regards to loved ones, people you don't want to do that for. But whatever the case, the bitterness and the disturbed, overwhelming emotion that results when someone who used to not want to know finds out anyway that what they believed in, they were wrong all along. They were lied to, they were deceived, they were coerced, they were manipulated. And when they find that out, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I do. I'm just going to keep, calmly, peacefully sharing the truth as much as I'm able with anyone and everyone that I am able. And whatever that results in is just what it results in. So that's what I'm actually going to do. Now I'm going to try and build some stringers. So I know my tread depth. I know my height. What I need to figure out, is there a is there a stringer calculator? Does such a thing exist? I know you do a lot of handyman type stuff or in Oregon. Before I go to good old Brave search here, do you already have an answer to my question?
There's probably like a stair calculator or something that you can use, and then all you need is like a speed square to trace out your lines and cut away.
Yeah, I've got my framing square. I've got that.
But maybe search up stair calculator.
Well, I've got my stair height taken care of. I've got 6.5 inch drop each step, so it's already like perfect as far as that goes. Stringer calculator. But yeah, you're right. Maybe it is stairs. Dex, stair, stringer calculator for rise and run. Dex.com, My Carpentry, Calculator.net even has one. Okay. I'm gonna try Calculator.net. Oh, look at how clean this is. It looks so nice. All right. So total rise, 26 inches. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And then run, 11 inches. Yeah, I guess. Oh wait, yeah, total rise. Total rise. Good. Calculate. If 3 runs, if 4 runs. So I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, right, 6.5 inches. That's exactly right. So it is definitely this one. Yeah, this calculator like hooks you up. Nice. But look at this angle. Oof. 30.58. That does not feel good. Not that it necessarily, well, I guess I have to find that angle though. I mean, that angle's important, right? I mean, it's there. It gives it. All right, so there's my information now. Number of rise, number of run, 3 run. Pretty sure we'll go back here. 1, 2, 3.
If you want a less of a steep of an angle, then do that. Go down a little bit and do that standard flush, or I mean, that standard mount instead of a flush mount.
Okay. Basic version versus comprehensive version. Oh, standard mount versus flush mount. I am doing standard. So here, I'll go back to my design. My first set of stairs is going to be off of the porch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, then you're using that standard instead of the flush.
Yes. Correct. Standard mount. Nice, not a bad platform. Hey, Chris, what's up? Not a bad platform. Yeah. Tinkercad is nifty. It has some major limitations in technical areas, but for basic stuff, if you have a pretty good grasp on what you're doing, it can be really helpful to. It's like a sketch pad, 3D sketch pad, and you can only get so accurate in regards to. I don't think you can really do anything better than a quarter like 0.25. You can do other, but it rounds up on the second decimal place. So like 1/8 of an inch, you can't really get down to even 1/8 of an inch in accuracy with it. So that being said, I've got a 1/2 inch gap on my deck boards in the program here, which with 2x6 boards, I don't know how much. I feel like a 1/2 inch is going to be really fat for a gap, but it's technically what I currently have. But I currently have 2x4 boards with about a 5/8 or a 1/2 inch gap already. So it wouldn't feel too different than it already is, but I'm not sure if it would look weird or that anything like that. But if I don't use the 1/2 inch gap based on what I've done here, I'm fairly certain I'm going to need an extra board, and worse yet, I would probably have to rip a board. And why is that bad? It's because I don't have a table saw. I have a skill saw. I don't have a chop saw, I just have a skill saw. So with that said, the stringers are, I'm strongly considering abusing myself and doing everything with a handsaw. Not everything, but the stringers with a handsaw. 1/2 inch isn't bad. Thank you for that encouragement. 1/2 inch isn't bad. Sometimes needed if your climate has a lot of snow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe you don't remember, but North Dakota. So yeah, big time. Yeah. So I think the gap would actually really help. I was in North Carolina and we did a big deck. A big deck. This guy's deck was probably twice as big. It was a double, maybe even triple story deck, at least double. I think it was no. There's a ground level. There was a floor level. No, it was just two levels. But it was his deck square footage was probably twice the average. I think it was 5,000 square foot total deck space. Dude had a lot of deck. Some people have big homes. It was a multi-million-dollar home. But anyway, in this home, in my experience, the deck boards were all squeezed as tightly together. They had a special lever tool that would grab the board and then pull it. So they would do that in two locations. Anyway, they'd do it in the first location, they'd screw it down, and then they'd go over, tighten it, screw it down. So they had these things like as tight as possible. And that was my experience with doing deck boards, but I don't think that that's the norm. That was in Boone, North Carolina, which they get snow, but I don't know. I don't think that it has to be done that way. So, stair calculator. We've got this comprehensive version is really really intimidating. I think I guess the first thing that I did here, where I have this, my stringer length. Okay, gotcha. Stringer length, 3 foot 2 inches, and a third. What is a third? See, that's what I hate about decimals. That was super annoying that people write I know this is calculator.net, but you know how super annoying it is to see 0.33 inches and go, what? What's that? It's not 5/16. It's like, it's not 6/16 either. What is 6/16? I mean, gosh, 6/16. Just saying that hurts me. But what is 6/16? That is, yeah, see? It's in between 5/16. I don't even, like, how do you, it's a, what? It's 6/16 light, 5/16 heavy. Yeah, it's 5/16 heavy. It's in between 5 and 6. Halfway. Well, yeah. Yeah. Basically halfway in between. So maybe it is 10-30 seconds. Yeah. Well, it's even heavier than 10-30 seconds because, yeah. Anyway, these sorts of things. People that write these calculators, I know they're not making any. It's a free calculator. What do you expect? But this isn't the first time. There's a lot of construction related and other calculator type things where inches. Now that's the funny thing. You've got centimeters and meters. This is not a problem. Decimals coincide with a base 10 system. But when you go American, you get a decimal of a fraction. It's based on, halves, quarters, 16ths. That hurts. Am I wrong? It's difficult, right? Annoying. For those that want to be super accurate, I think it's annoying. Here, let's see if these other ones do it differently. We'll go to My Carpentry. Let's see if they throw decimals in there. I think they probably will. All right. Target step height. Oh, see, that's the other thing, is target step height. See, that could throw everything off if I'm not even thinking about it correctly. Because my final step is 6.5 inches below the deck itself. So do I do 19.5 inches or do I do 26 inches? Because 26 inches is where the deck is at. I'm looking at this picture over here, which makes me think maybe I should be using 19.5 inches. Let me redo this count. Do 19.5.
Depends on if you want it flush or leading into a step.
Yeah, I only have enough wood to do. Oh well. Yeah, no, I
because
only have enough.
your stringer will go to the top of the deck instead of 6.5 down.
Number
And
of
if you don't want as steep of an angle, then maybe add an extra step.
no. All right, so I'm basing rise off of my existing steps, and it works out. The only difference is on my existing steps, they do go to the top. Like the stairs do start at the deck. But that would require an extra step, which is more wood, which is more money. I don't. It's already. I already have all this blue wood here. A 2x12, some 2x6s, another two 2x12s, 2x6s, some 4x4s, some 2x4s. So I still have some wood to purchase whenever I'm able. So I've got to do what I can with what I've got. Which I bought all. What's up?
What's the total run?
Total run to the to the last step or to the ground?
To the ground.
Here, let me. You're not looking at the stream where you can see the deck and stuff, are you? Here, I can share it on Discord. That's what I can do. Here, I forget about my abilities sometimes. Now you can see. You able to see it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Just to let me know, sir. Visuals help things. All right. Total rise. I'm gonna try 26 for the first bit. Target step height, yeah, 6.5. And then tread thickness. Yeah, I guess 1.5 inches. Tread depth, 11. Because it's two 2x6s. So therefore 5.5 plus 5.5, so 11. And then calculate. Yeah. Oh, they appear to, yeah, they get fractions on this one. See, they actually know. They get it. They get it. MyCarpentry.com gets it. Nice, very nice. So this is the automatic stair calculator. Finished height. Finished height. Total rise. 26. Yeah, so this one actually graphically shows you exactly what you're doing, where everything is. This makes perfect sense. This makes perfect sense. I like this. This is much better than the other one. So I think that this really is the answer. But it says, why does it say steps is 3? Is that what I have? I think I do have 3 steps here. Let's look here. Yeah, I do only have 3 steps exactly. Yeah. I'm just going to close out of this one because it, yeah. All right, so total steps is 3, which they don't show in the picture exactly, but it's fine. You can imagine, because that's what this whole broken line. They did a good job. It makes sense. Total rise is 26. Total run is 33. 33. Oh no. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they give stringer replacement. Yeah, exactly. 8 inches. See, I wouldn't exactly know that. I wouldn't exactly know that, but that is super helpful. So, it gives me, what do I have here? Total run. Okay, stringer length 37 and 9/16. That's the stringer length. So you start with a board that's at least 38 inches. And then you do your deal. So I think that this is gonna be the bee's knees work right here. So stair rail angle. That's not this angle. That is, where does that angle exist? Here, 30.6. It exists because the wood itself. What are we talking about? 149.4 is the actual angle, basically. I know I keep on saying these things like it's a question mark, but I think I'm understanding it. I think I get it. Unless, wait, stair rail angle. It has to be this angle right here. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Somebody help me. I'm pretty sure that's what makes sense. Where'd you go, Iron Argon? All right, let me use this other calculator. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, this is not looking good. Create a free account. Okay, it would be the same angle. Yeah, so like this spot, the inside spot, but the actual like obtuse angle would be the 149.4 if you want a correct rail. Yeah. I would just expect this angle, maybe it's an optical illusion. I know it's just a representative picture, but I mean, it's just a right triangle here. So like, I would expect this right here to not be the same as this right here. It doesn't look like it's the same angle. Right? I don't. Look at me criticizing people all day long about visual spatial reasoning. What are you gonna do? All right, 26. 20. I guess I have to do 2 foot. 2 foot 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, and then step run. I'm just looking at this other calculator, see what happens. Exactly 11. 2 boards. Actually, it's 1.5 inches. Oh yeah. Wait. What is 2 by 6? Is that what that's? Is this supposed to be an X? I'm gonna pretend that was supposed to be an X and not a because they're not 5/4s. They are 2 by they are 2 by 6s. Yeah. Yeah. 2 by 6. There's just a slash. Typo. Dex.com. You have a typo. I know they'll be watching outside frame or flush frame. Outside frame. Calculate now. And no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this kickboard thing or whatever. I'm not doing that. All right. Same angle. Saying the same stuff. 4 rises. Why would it be 4? Because they're counting the last one. Is that what's going on? Of course, they're just showing a flush mount. So yeah, Dex.com, you lose. MyCarpentry.com, you win. Much better. Much better. So here's what I do. Here's what I do. I pretend now I'm doing a commercial. I'm doing a commercial for tinkercad. They're definitely not paying me, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it. I don't know how to do cutaways though. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Right triangle. Is that how I'm going to do a cutaway? This is going to be it's going to be experimental. I have to like really think about this. It's going to be tricky. All right. We're just going to do it right here. And I'm going to try and build it right here. Gee. Session expired. How dare you? All right. It's all good. We'll be fine. Everything's okay. If you need to move, you have to hold shift. And if you want to rotate like this, you don't hold shift, but right click is how you move the camera. If you end up using it, but yeah, shift and then right click drag, that's how you move around. So there's a little bit, and you can also use this guy. And it moves really fast. So I like this method a little better. All right, so we're gonna come in here right here like this. I'm gonna drag this here, and then this is where I do, you know, so what we were doing 2 by 12s. 2 by 12s. I'll just rotate it as necessary. It's fine. 2 by 12, and then what do we got? Well, I got like 37 9/16. See, we're not going to be able to get that accurate, so it's going to clip. It's going to clip a little bit. So what we're going to do, it'll be okay. It'll be good enough. It'll be good enough for the demonstration. We're going to do 38 inches. Because 9/16. Should I do a little short? Should I do a little long? I'll do it a little long. This is going to be interesting. It's a proof of concept. Proof of concept. 30. All right, forgot the number. I think it's 38 inches that I was going to go with. So, all right, 38 inches. Yeah, and then I can rotate it. Actually, that could help. I'm going to rotate it to the 30 degrees. Yeah, I don't like Dex.com. Forget you guys. 30.6 degrees. Now that I think it tested out. This is all right. The window's a little bit smaller than it normally would be, so I'm glitching out a little bit. All right, so it would be all right. So it'd be 30.8. I think there was a negative sign. Yeah, there was a negative sign. No, it's 30.6. Yeah, I don't even know how to get right. Ah, gee, why is this so hard? Well, you can control Z. I'm pretty sure. No. All right. I don't know. Maybe I was clicked in the wrong spot for Control Z to not work. All right, 30.6. So negative 30.6. There you go. So supposedly, that doesn't even make any sense. See, that's not how that's going to work. Obviously. Can this box go away? I need that box to go away. Okay. So I'm going to have to try the inverse. Wait, is that how that could work? It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Look at that. That doesn't make any sense. So let's try. All right, let's try 149.4. Okay. Negative 149.4. Wait, what? What? Wait, do I need to do, oh, maybe I need to deal with 90 and not 180 because, yeah, that was kind of retarded, I think. All right, hey, listen, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it, I'm trying. All right, stop it, okay. So 90 minus 30.6, what we have is 50, wait a second, yeah, 59.4, 59.4. So let's try that. Negative 59.4. That looks right. That looks right. So, now with that said, the angle looks right, but the length does not look right. All right, let's do this. Yeah, we'll clip it. All right, I know it needs to go down. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Yeah? Is that how that works? Down more? No? Yes? There? Shouldn't it kind of hit the same spot each of the times and then here, let me look at the picture again. All right, we got to clip through the ground. Stringer length 37. Where's that stringer length thing? Where is that? Stringer length. Okay. That's the one thing that they don't show very clear on this graphic. Double check all your measurements. I know that's what I'm doing right now. I'm double checking all my measurements. All right, we're gonna go back to this right here. Looks about right. Should hit each bottom tread, I think. All right. Cut off the top. Cut off the other corner. We're going to 90 degree. Cut off the top. Cut off this. All right. Boom. Boom. I can see it. I can see it. But how much? Yeah, it's definitely not like all of it. All of it would be all the way up here. It's only like half. So that's fine. I understand. I understand. So this actually does look, it looks like it should, pretty much. Why it doesn't hit the stairs at exactly the right spot is a little confusing to me. I feel like it should hit exactly at the edge. Wait, maybe I need to, no, well, yeah, is that the same spot? Yes. No, see, it's higher. It's higher. Okay, I'm gonna move it back. Here, I'll just click there. So if I do that, if I do that like that, then this one is like majorly compromised. So that doesn't work. So it needs to be like at least there. That's why I just feel like that angle should be perfect, but something about it is off. Is there something? What is the detail I might be missing? What is the detail I might be missing? Let's see. Are we clipping through the ground because we should be? Yeah, but just not very much. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. There. Instead of 12, we need to go 11.5. So that's one important thing. You do 11.5. 38, that's different. That's a cut, but dimensionally. We're talking about dimensional lumber. So 1.5 really and truly is what it should be. But that also doesn't matter. What matters is that 11.5. I'll go ahead and do the 1.5 just for kicks and giggles. But now let's see what's going on. It doesn't make a big difference. Let's see here. All right. Go up. No, that's moving that way. All right, we're gonna go. What in the world? What in tarnation? All right, we're gonna go right there. Okay, that looks okay. That looks. See, this right here just seems like not good. Here, let's move it back. I feel like you don't want to be too far away from the edge here. That might be sufficient. What does it show in this picture? Go back here. Yeah, this is demonstrating an overhang, a slight overhang, which is, you know, that's what you want. And that, yeah, there you go. That makes sense. You want a tiny bit of an overhang, so you have an overhang there, but then you don't have an overhang there, and you don't have an overhang there. That's what's concerning me. So I feel like the angle is still off. The angle is still off, because if I take this back this direction, then see, it needs to be like a different angle. The angle is not right. It is, but it isn't. There's something missing besides ignorance. 11.25? Oh. I mean, I'll do 11.25. I just. You sure? Are you sure? I'll do 11.25 if you want. I don't think it'll make a difference though. I don't think it'll make a difference. It needs to be like. I'm struggling. Something's not clicking. Something is not clicking. Hey, I wonder if stringers are in this, because that would be neat. Can you search? Yeah, you can search. Stringer. Ah, gee. um, stairs. Yeah, but it's not the stringer. Thanks. Appreciate you. Um, um, weird. I'm surprised. Stair stringer isn't in there. Um, it hurts us. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, guys. 30.6, so I did 59.4 for 90 degrees. So the other angle. So that's my angle. So the angle should be working. You back?
Hey, man, what's your total rise?
26 inches to the top of the stairs.
And what's your total, or what's the target step height? You said was 6.5.
Yes. Okay.
And what's your tread thickness? 1.
No, 1.5. Now that's probably the problem of why it doesn't look right.
Are you using 1x6s or 2x6s?
They're 2x6s, and the problem is that's probably the problem is I have it typed in as 2x6. Maybe that's why it is actually off.
And you're doing 12-inch tread depth?
Two 6s, so it'd be 11-inch. But in the calculator, that's what I'm doing is 11-inch. Because two 2x6s is supposed to be 5.5 plus 5.5, so that's why I did 11 tread depth. So in
and you did 28.5 degrees.
I did well, this says 30.6.
Try 28.4.
Which need to reorient this back to what was it, 59.4. So I need to go 59.4 to get it back to 0. And then what was the number you said?
28.4.
So 61.6. Yeah, why is that? That all of a sudden looks exactly how it should, even without me changing the stair. How'd you get that angle?
What is your stringer length there?
38 inches.
Go to a total stringer length of 40 inches. I'm gonna move it forward
Would it need to go down a bit?
Forward a little more. And down a little bit.
What?
Keep going down. Keep going down. Up. Go back up just a little bit.
So
Right there.
is that where it would be?
That's where it'd be, and it should be go level with the ground, so we can see what the bottom, if it's because the bottom has to be vertical. It should go from the bottom straight, and it is.
What do you mean?
Okay, from the front of your first run,
Right
straight
here?
down. Yes, that first run straight down. You should be able to. It should be a 90-degree angle down to the ground.
When
Which
I would need to cut it that way.
yes,
Correct. Yeah. Like in this picture here.
yes, like in that picture there.
Yeah, that all makes sense. So where it clips here, that would be a cut. Now, if I were to actually use this as my measurement, I would need to it would look different because these stairs are all at 2 when they really need to be at 1.5.
All right, go do a side angle on it.
You're talking about here?
Yeah, and then scoot it back a little bit so I can. There you go. All right, get level with the ground. Right there. All right, let me screenshot that real quick.
You got it.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Should I go ahead and get in here and readjust everything so that the boards are all 1.5 inches?
There you go.
What's that?
Those should be your cuts right there. The purple lines.
Oh, are you putting something in Discord?
Yeah, live stream chat.
Yeah. Here, I'll just click this and then this.
So you'll want your stringer to be at least 40 inches. But I'd go, I'd always go a little bit more, man. More is, you can always take off a little bit more. So always go more, but at least 40 inches.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And you'll want your angle at about, 28 inches or 28.4 inches.
Or degrees, yeah. Now, what is that? Where are you making that angle? Is it in the, where is that angle being measured at?
It's posted.
Okay. Oh, so why did you use 12-inch tread depth? You're using the convention, like you're using the 2 by 12 instead of 1.5 by 11. Oh, because is that, well, it probably works in tinkercad because that's actually how I have the stairs. So that's why that's why it's working.
Okay, well, I mean, let's try it the other way. What was your
Well, here's the thing. I need to fix it.
say?
I need to fix it. All these boards, the stairs here, they're all 2 inches instead of 1.5. They're all 6 instead of um, they're all 6 instead of 5.5. So I would need to go in. That would probably take me half an hour. So maybe I shouldn't do that. But for demonstration purposes, what you did helped me understand. But what I'm asking is, which part of this is the degree angle? You know what I'm saying? Like which part of the stair is where is that 28.4, for instance? Is it in here? Like is it this acute angle right here? Is that the 28.4?
Your angle will be from it's from the ground
Ground.
to the bottom of the stringer.
Ground behind the stringer, not in front
Yes,
of. Yeah. Okay.
yes, behind the stringer.
So right in here, that is the 28.4, for instance, here in this
Yeah,
example. And
yes.
then so if I'm going to be marking a line, I will actually, yeah, I'll put it at the 28.4. Gotcha. Okay. It all makes sense. I just need to conceptualize everything. I understand the process. Now, in regards to what you told me about the placement, oh, so like I'm looking back at your picture about you cut
So
off
the
what you
top.
need. You don't have to worry about the fact that this goes in front of the stair
Yeah,
because you're going to be cutting
yes.
straight down anyway.
Yes.
Oh, it makes more sense now. I forgot how much. Okay. How do you know how much room to give yourself in regards to like this distance right here?
I can't see I can't see your pointer.
Oh, you can't see the pointer. Gotcha. The distance from the back of the tread to the bottom of the stringer. Um, how do you necessarily know? Here, this. That's not going to help. That'll be to this area right here. I'll post it in the chat. The distance from the back of the tread to the bottom of the stringer. Um, how do you know? You just have to line it up. Like, well, you can't. I know a lot of people are like, well, why don't you just use the stringers that previously are existing and just use those as a model? Well, it's because they're flush mounted, and I'm changing the mounting type. I suppose that's the best answer that I have, right? I can't use the same stringer that are flush mounted,
Yeah,
can I?
yeah, you can't because because your angle is going to be different. It's going to be steeper on that flush mount than it is on a standard mount.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I. I figured there was something there. So.
The slope of it will be different.
Yeah. Okay. So I really need to get this 100% right. Well, really and truly, that's what this calculator's purpose is. You need to know the exact measurements of what you're doing. So the tread height, and so the 11 inches, I need to make sure it's exactly 11 inches. I need to make sure it's exactly 1.5. Need to make sure it's 6.5. I know the 26. I measured that all the way around. So okay. It all makes sense now. This 30.6 degrees will work. That will be my actual angle. It doesn't work in tinkercad because I didn't start off. I messed up by doing 2x6 instead of 1.5 by 5.5. Whoops. So that's my fault for not doing it the right way. But for demonstration purposes, this works. And now I know what I need to do. Now the issue is, well, there's no issue. I just need to. Do you know what the proper? I know I'm planning and kind of hoping to do 12-inch spacing. But how far in do you go? 1 inch?
How far in do I go where?
On the outside stringer? Is there like a 1 inch overhang on the outside stringer? Probably. It looks good in SketchUp.
It really depends on how short you want to cut your the tread there, the run, because you can lay it as far over as you want, as long as you're not like cantilevering it and
Yeah,
making it off balance. But I mean, you can cut it back to whatever you feel like looks good.
yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So with that said, now I have to tackle how on earth do you do the diagonal stringer?
Do take it from the corner and you'll do two different stringers. You'll do one, okay, like as your picture shows now, you'll do one facing us and then one off to the left, going down to the left.
From the top corner, or off of
Yeah,
the stringer itself?
From the deck.
From the deck, okay. So
you see, so this front section will be on two stringers, and then turn it around the other way. No, the other way. All right, and then you'll have two stringers on that side too.
yeah, but like this can't just be floating. The center of this needs supported somehow, right?
It isn't. Your stringers are going to be so close together that it won't be floating.
Won't the stringer be way over here, like, because this is 11, 22. This stringer would be 33 inches away from the edge. Like if the stringers, I know you can't see my mouse. If the stringer is lined up with the edge of the porch here, at the edge, then there would be a 33-inch overhang by the time you got to the first step on the corner. I feel like with that level of overhang, that wouldn't work. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, just do this. That's 12-inch spacing right there. That would be bulletproof. I feel like 12. Man, 12 inches seems so close. I've heard different numbers for stringer spacing. Let me play around with this, and then I'll look up the no more than 16 inches apart for wood decking and 12 inches for composite. So yeah, I mean,
Then look up how to install wraparound stringer stairs.
yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Control V. All right. I don't know why in the world. Negative 24. And this needs to be 0. Well, that didn't work at all. So let's do negative 12. Negative 6. Okay. So then 24 on top of the 6, so I need to go. Okay. Well, that's not even right anyway.
How long is your span?
Span?
From the left side to where it
Oh, yeah.
starts angling down.
83. Wait, you're talking about the depth of the porch? From the back of the porch here that would be against the house to
No, from that first stringer that you're setting to the corner of the porch.
to the corner, stair side corner, right?
Yes.
To the stair side corner, that is, it's 6 foot.
Okay, and then 6 foot from the corner to the other edge?
No, it's a little over 7 foot, or it's like 83 inches from the front to the back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm planning on doing the 12-inch 12-inch deal. This is not cooperating. All right, let me click this and this, and then oh no, why in the world that's not mine? I hate the attaching, how it attaches or snaps is very frustrating to work with. So oftentimes you have to type the numbers in to make it act right. Start over. Copy, paste. Okay. Whew. See, it's like it's off. All right, so I won't do 2 at a time. I'll just do 1 at a time. All right. Again, with this always trying to go off a weird. There we go. All right, copy, paste. And then that'll be 0. This will be negative 12.75, I guess. There we go. Copy, paste, and then 0 and negative 12.75. Copy and paste. Negative 12.75 and 0. All right. And then I said 6 foot. These are 12-foot boards. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The final one here would be off because of how I have it inset. So I would do that many stringers, 6 stringers, and then I'd start to do this. Yep. So corner stringers. See, there's some weird tricks of the trade. There's some weird ways to do it. I've seen the different. You do like a diagonal stringer, and then you can do off, like stringers that come off. You can also do, I guess, angled, but I think when you do angled, that's only for curved. Here's a good example. Maybe. Whoops. Go back. This was another method. She seems super complicated to me. That's neat, but I'm not doing footboard things. Other thing. That's not super bad. Wow, is this person's like using 4x4s or something. That corner stringer just looks so crazy. That's so weird. All right, then there's this. I'm not doing that. That's not it. That's not a 90-degree angle. That is. Same picture, but reversed. This is what you call biting off more than you can chew. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Yeah, those footboards would add structural stability. It's just not the plan. That's such a nightmare looking. I bet the end result looks really cool though. Oh, figure this out. We'll figure this out. All right. Here's just 1, 2, 3 steps, which is the same as mine. So it just looks more intimidating when it's more steps, I think is what's going on here. So this is a method. There's a corner stringer, and then an extra stringer midpoint of midpoint. Okay. I guess my question is,
What's the question?
my plan was not to do a diagonal cut. My plan was not to do a 45 on the stairs. I can do a 45. I just figured it would make life easier for me to do a 90-degree, and my idea was to feather. I'm using the word feather. Nobody else in the whole wide world would probably ever use that, but the plan was to have one going into the other, and then the other going over the other, vice versa, like back and forth each step. One would go longer, and then the other one would go longer. So that was the plan. I'm wondering if the stringers would prevent that from being. I don't think the stringer would make much of a difference in that idea, but there will be one really awkward stringer, and I guess I have to do the calculation of the hypotenuse of a right triangle with two 11-inch sides, and that would be my tread length. And as long as I have that number, I can do my corner. What'd be really nifty is if they made a metal piece that goes directly on the corner of the headers, and you would just set your so you wouldn't have to make some type of weird, like, cut a 45-degree angle or 90-degree angle cut into the edge of the top of the header. That would be majorly annoying. But if they made like a hanger for the stringer that goes on a corner.
They may. It's maybe check hurricane clips.
Yeah, I know about the hurricane clips. Corner header, no, corner stringer hanger. Let's just see if that exists. So this is what I'm talking about, the floor joist hanger. but I'm talking about a stringer hanger that would go on a corner. Oh, yes, maybe. This one looks promising. Yeah, I see the hurricane joist hanger, hurricane strip. A U joist hanger, is that it? No. No. Yes. No. Looks flat. Oh, maybe it'd be like this, where it'd go on the edge flat, but it's angled. But that it'd be offset. You'd want it to be right on the corner if at all possible. It makes sense to me that this would exist.
Like a rafter tie.
Yeah, I mean most of these are called joist ties and stuff. But making one for an outside corner is super peculiar, I suppose. It sure would make life easy, though. As it is, when I talked to the guy that I bought everything from, I asked him about hangers for the stringers, and he was like, "Oh no, you don't need that." I see these. That could work really, because I feel like you could almost twist it. You screw it into the top of the header itself, or the stringer, I mean, and then potentially you could twist it. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. Anyway, this is probably just going to involve me going back to the wood supply place. But let me do this math on right triangle. Right. I've got my right triangle calculator on speed dial. Always doing weird math. A and B, we need to get out of miles and go to feet. So now we need to get to inches. Inches, inches, inches. There we go. All right. A and B are 11. So 15.556. That's that would be my tread length. So I would do the same rise, same there, and then we would do tread depth. Ah, no, no. I'm gonna have to go to a different calculator. It stops at 12. All right. Stringer calculator. I mean, the first one wasn't bad. Calculator.net. It worked. It did work. So I'm going to do my run. It's going to be 15.556. We're going to do 26 inches. And we're going to do calculate. All right. So this is how this one will be. Okay, so it would be this one. It would be 22.68 angle, but I'm at 15.556. That's with 11. Let's do 12 for the. Let me do the numbers for the sake of my tinkercad, so I can make it look right with tinkercad. 16.97. 16.97. All right. So this is what we would do for tinkercad here. We'd do a stringer length of just over 4.5 feet, and 20.96 is our angle. So drag this down here. Stringer length, we'll do 4'7". Oops. 55. And then 2. We're just keeping everything. Well, I think I did 1.5 on the other one, so it won't hurt it.
What's the measurement of yours? 11 and 11 of your triangle?
It will be 11 and 11. On tinkercad, it's 12 by 12.
Then the hypotenuse would be, what, 15 something?
Yeah, yeah.
A squared plus B squared.
Yeah. And then height, we're doing 12s, 2 by 12s. So we're just going to do 12 and then hit enter. All right, so there's my stringer for the corner. Supposedly that's 55 inches. It said 4'7", just a little under 4'7". So I did 55, and I just need to. It doesn't look like it'll work, but I guess it'll have to. We'll figure it out. And my angle is going to be 20.96. I did the numbers based on the 12-inch, not 11, for tinkercad's purposes. So 20.96. So we're gonna. I don't think this is that. 20.96. So I have to do it. My head hurts. What is it? 70.4? No, 69.4. This is why I'm doing this. It's been a long day or something. 20.96. 69.04. Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Oh, I don't have to this time. Based on my orientation, this works. So 20.96, enter. There we go. That works. And then I have to change my orientation this way to 45. All right, now we're going. Okay, I need you. Okay, I need you. Too far away. All right. So, oh man, this is crazy looking. All right, we're gonna go up, 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 and then we're gonna go here. I think that's it, right about there. It's a little high. It's a little high maybe. Right there, probably. That looks right. It'd be right there. It'd be right there. Is it even? I bet it even lines up. Look at that. It does. So I got it vertically in the right spot. And that would be straight with the thing. And yeah. So that works. So basically what I just did is I took the concept. Just go from the bottom angle there. Yeah, it goes right to the edge. I took the calculator, punched in numbers. It works. So when I go to do this, now granted, I just made this thing 55 inches, and it said to make it 54.52, so it's almost half an inch too long in Tinkercad, but it's fine. It proves the point. With that corner stringer, that's much greater than 16 inches, obviously. But if I do so it'll be fine here. It's less than 16 inches because it would be 11 plus. Yeah, I'm gonna say that would be fine. But then I would need to make another 45-degree stringer here. And doing that calculation shouldn't be that hard either. If this is 26, I just have to do some math. I can't do that right now. I could. But do I mumble to myself or what? I tell you what, I have to think through all the details. I have bored everybody in the world except for some reason you're still here.
Yeah, but I've got to hop on out, man. My wifey just got home.
No, that's good. That's good, man. I'll see.
You have a great evening. I'll see you real soon, brother.
Likewise. See you next time. Yep. Well, there you have it. Corner stringer. Some right angle math. It works. It works. We can do this. So I would take one of these right here, copy, and then I click here, paste. 90 degrees. And then we're going to go ahead and move way over here. And now we'll start playing with these. All right. I'm gonna try and. It already rose it up vertically. Why would it do that? That is not happy. All right, I think it's in plane now. All right, so excusez-moi. All right, so I think that's it. Yes. No, not quite. All right, so it needs to come forward a little bit more. Yep, right about there. That'll do it. All right, so there'd be that one. And then we just got to repeat that process, copy, and then paste, and then why is it pasting it up higher? That is not kosher. I need my arrow. There we go. Oh, no. Here. What? Oh my gosh. All right, that was rough. All right, so you got to get it in line, and then move it. All right, so I want to do 12 and 0. But instead of 12, I need to do negative 12. There we go. Man. So I gave quite a commercial, but I'm showing you there's a bit of a struggle here. I guess if you work right to left, you don't have to struggle as much. And maybe well, no, I was working right to left the last time. Now I'm doing left to right, and it's still you're having to type in negative numbers. I don't get it, yo. Copy paste. I think I should have done 11.5. It doesn't matter, really. We'll just do 12. It's fine. And by 12, I mean negative 12. All right. Because it's starting off, when you do the copy and paste thing, it just, whoops, 0 and negative 12. So it's like negative 12 and a quarter, negative 12 and a half or something, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to get the general idea. Obviously, when I'm doing it physically in the real world with real wood, I'll be measuring all over again and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure I only have 4 2 by 12 by 8. So I don't have nearly. I need more wood. I don't know why. What was I? Was I thinking I was going to do 16 inch? Maybe I thought I was going to do 16 inch. Maybe I should. I feel like this is going to be like the strongest staircase in the universe. It just looks like you could like do anything with this staircase with this many stringers. So maybe I'll move to 14 inches or something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Copy. All right, we're gonna go 0, and here we're gonna negative 12. We're just gonna do the same thing, and then we're gonna copy and paste, and go negative 12. Yeah, that's pretty much to the edge. Pretty much. That one's not pretty much to the edge, but that one kind of is. But that's 7 versus 6, so that makes sense. So, if this is all there was, I need 2, 4, 6. I need 3 more 2 by 12s at the very least. If I was doing it this way, and then the question is, do we need a stringer to go from here and there? Do we need a stringer here and here, there and there? And I'd say a lot of people do it that way. This right here. 45-degree angle. is the hard part, guys. I have no chop saw. I have no table saw. I don't even have sawhorses. The deck is going to be my sawhorse, more than likely. The deck is going to be my sawhorse. Pretty much. That's what's going to happen. Okay. I feel like you almost winged that last one, but not really. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's a gap. It is a gap. It's a distance from here to there. From here to there. It is. I don't know. No. Whatever the case, I think this is a wrap. I had my rant at the beginning. I made some stringers. I figured out the process. Mycarpentry.com, very nice. It gives fractions. I have no complaints. There you go. Those that know. Those that know this, and there are probably people that don't want to know this. I'm not one of them. I do want to know this. So, with that said, I don't think I have much else to say. Yeah, this was silly. How silly, but helpful. Because this was the process that I needed to go through to know for show. So I could really get away with 6 here. I could get away with 5 here if I spaced them out. It's still 11. This makes 12. Otherwise, it's 7 and 6, and that makes 14. So anyway, this is the plan. This a lot of stair. Yeah, it's a feature. I'm doing the best I can. Doing something special. I'm doing the special thing. But this is good. This is good. I like it. I will try to either film or photograph my process when I actually start tearing apart the deck and making stuff happen, which is going to be soon. Soon as I start figuring out this weather. Blue skies right now. It's 8:30. Sun's not going down for another 2 hours. There you go. Thanks for nothing. I'm just playing. If you watched all of this, then maybe you've got a project and you were just curious. It's good to go. Follow Yahweh, not my way or your way.